Hello again. Thank you for joining me again. This is the third in my little installment of videos all about the world of Dolby Atmos. I hope you're enjoying what we've got so far. If you are, get in touch with me on Facebook, so on and so forth. Shoot me any questions. I'm always happy to answer anything you'd like to ask. So today the video is probably going to be a little bit short today, and what I essentially want to do is just talk to you about how it's possible, and it's a technique used quite often in like linear workflows. So when I say that, I mean like making films, TV shows, things like this, to like take a stereo 2-channel track and turn that into immersive Dolby Atmos content. So we're just going to jump straight in. I'm using a track called Restless Bursts by Sean Adicott. So please go give him a like. We're actually going to be playing this track on the evening, and that's kind of why I'm going through this, because it's a great way to kind of take what we already have and turn it into something that we can kind of play out on these immersive systems. Now I'm just going to jump straight on over to my computer screen. You'll have seen this if you tuned in yesterday. Here's my renderer. You'll see that there's actually no objects on this because this doesn't use objects. It renders everything to a bed, or it encodes everything into a bed. And if we look here, you can see that I've got the 2-channel .wav here that Sean sent over. And basically you'll see that the outputs for the channels here is 7, 1 and 2 on the end. Now I've got this plugin here which is called Nugent's Halo Upmix plugin. Now it's an absolutely incredible plugin, and it doesn't come cheap, but if we open it up, you can immediately you can kind of see that we've got a left, center, right, left side, right side, left surround rear, right surround rear, and then we got the 2 tops. So that kind of, and then our LFEs over here, which we can control. Now we've got lots of different controls here, and I don't really want you to get too hung up on what we've got, because ideally when we start playing it, it'll make maybe a little bit more sense as to how it's working. So we put a 2-channel in, and before I show you what's going on in the plugin, let's see what happens in the renderer. So I'm going to play the track. You should be able to hear that now, and hopefully you can hear my voice over it. Potentially, yeah. So you'll see on the renderer now that we've got our yellow and green kind of dots kind of changing colour a bit, and that's signifying what's coming into each channel of the bed. So you can see that we're coming into the renderer. It's doing its thing. It's rendering to the headphones, and it's putting it out, so you can hear it now. If we pull up the plugin now, you'll see that we've got like this kind of all this flurry of motion going on. So if I stop it, it goes away. And if I start it, you can see that it's taking these 2 channels and it's upmixing them to our full 712 kind of Atmos bed. Now this is like an incredible way to take 2 channels and turn it into something really, and it works really, really well. Especially for things like atmospheres, it's used for a lot, so on and so forth. So we can kind of adjust the different levels of what we want. So if we want more front content, we can kind of bring it up to the front, and you'll see that the kind of visualization changes as you move these faders. We can kind of move it away from the center, move it into the center, put in a hard center. Down here we've got our kind of top bottom, so this is kind of like just on the bottom plane, and then we move it up and there's lots more in the ceiling. So it's a really, really powerful tool, and you can pretty much mix from one thing to another. I mean, this tool doesn't come cheap, but it is is a seriously incredible piece of engineering, really. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. I'm gonna stop the track now. Just wanted to, and we're gonna come over to here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that because ideally on the night you'll hear a series of music tracks in between the artists, curated by local musicians, and then some of them have had this kind of upmix treatment. Some of them are natively mixed into Atmos, which is where we take tracks and individually place them as objects and so on and so forth. And we've got all these songs together that we're going to be kind of showcasing in between the acts. And I just wanted to explain a little bit so that you kind of, if you're there on the night going, how has this happened? Well, this is how this happens. So thanks for tuning in again. I'm sure I can find something to ramble on about for tomorrow, so potentially tune in for that one. Cheers.